All right. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little, but some day the piercing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality and of our frightful position therein that we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. Theosophists have guessed at the awesome grandeur of the cosmic cycle, wherein world and human race form transient incidents. They have hinted at strange survivals in terms of which we would freeze the blood if not masked by a bland optimism. But it is not from them that there came a single glimpse of forbidden eons which chills me when I think it and maddens me when I dream it. You all step on to this odd, geometrically confusing hellscape on one of the moons that circle your plane. As you step onto it, immediately you feel yourself lighter. Your breathing no longer necessary. You can jump far higher than usual. Feel yourself lifting into the air with casual ease. But looking around, there are many things that bring you just enough unease to level it out. This spiral geometry, the in-cutting of buildings that seem disproportionate to their surroundings. Strange and confusing landscapes spread in every direction, with the only way home the small portal you all just stepped through. And with that, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, is a portal, and how to close it rests somewhere amongst this vacuous mass. So, does anyone know where to start?
Music. Creepy music.
Logan, can I tell if there are any, if this is some sort of settlement, like where the central room is located? Could I try to decipher that between the odd-shaped buildings here?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check as you sort of examine the strange geometry.
Alrighty. That is going to be insight plus 3, 15.
15. As you examine the geometry here, the first thing that catches your eye is that all of these spiraled, growing pillars and spires and buildings all seem additions to something that was there before. You see old, decrepit buildings built into this spiral geometry that seems to be erupting from them. There are places where a flat stone roof will just transform into this twisted, mangled spiral tree made of the same stone. It's as if the spirals have been bleeding out of the surrounding terrain as it got warped and twisted through some weird, maleficent energies. But it is now clear to you, as you examine the geometry as a whole, that they twist and turn, and all of these spirals seem to be pointing to one grandiose circular spiral that leads to a central point somewhere deep in a crater beyond your vision.
I'm pull up my backpack, just kind of like get to stepping. I'll have my steel defender coming out front here to keep a watch in case we need it, but otherwise I'm leading the way straight to that crater.
Okay? You take the first few steps in that direction, and immediately you're hit by this blinding light Turning over toward it, you see the tail of darkness, of void energy, pass beyond the sun. And for the first time in your whole life, you see a clear visage of the sun before you. The outline of a gigantic dragon shape clouding it.
I want to stealth if I can.
Yeah, roll a stealth check.
You should probably hide.
Yeah, I'm hiding.
Are we all trying to hide here? Is this like all of us?
If you'd like to.
Alright.
Yeah.
I do not have my Cloak of Elven Kind prepared, unfortunately, so.
If Aiken's nearby, I'm gonna try to say to him, like, should we leave this spot? Do not lose track of that portal. We need to know how to get back here.
And it's like, yeah, and he like pulls out his book and starts notating landscape.
Nice.
There's only going to be a 9 for my stealth.
Okay, understood.
21.
Tiago.
Oh, I got an 18.
Aiken.
Got a. Where? Oh, I was looking at the wrong stat. 9. Sorry, 10.
Okay. You all just sort of like duck down as you see this shadowy presence rotating, twisting, moving around the sun. It's odd in that usually it's positioned between the plane and the sun, so you can't make out its shape. But from this angle, you can see its curled and furling wings, long, jagged tail. And then if you look really closely, you can even see its maw opening and releasing some sort of cosmic breath into the void around it. Wherever it goes, it blocks out the stars. It's very disconcerting, but you're not in any immediate danger from the very far off beast.
Something tells me that that guy has something to do with all of this. Gods, I hope we do not have to fight it.
Tells me we're out of our depth. Is the center point of this, like, everything's culminating to one spot, but the dragon is not necessarily paying attention to that spot, right? Like, if we move that direction, maybe it wouldn't.
Oh, not at all. I mean, it's very clearly just blocking out the sun as it has been doing for 1,000 years.
Okay, yeah. I'll follow your lead, Siegfried.
Scheiße. And I'm gonna slowly, the new prototype 7734-cat is going to resume, sit back up, and lead the way through the crater. I will be cognizant here to travel at a slower, stealthier pace, just in case not only that dragon, but if anything else rears its head, I want to be able to, sort of jump and hide pretty quick.
Sounds good. Moving toward these geometries, you start to see the buildings folding and curling in on themselves. If you stare too close at one, your mind starts trying to rationalize its unnatural wrappings, and you feel as you're almost pulled into it, the same sort of spiraling effect everywhere you look. Before too long, you end up just trying to avert your gaze and stare at the ground as you walk, trying not to get too mixed in with all the spirals hurting your head in every direction. As you keep moving in, you start to see these buildings becoming larger and larger and more crooked and intertwined. Go ahead and roll me a d6, whoever's leading the way. I guess it's you.
I kind of took a little charger. I got a fat 6, so don't remember
Very
if
nice.
that's the good or the bad one.
It's a good one. As you're moving through these different tattered buildings, one in particular catches your eye. In fact, you almost stumble into it as you're sort of looking at your feet moving forward. This one lacks any of this weird twisting geometry, the spiraling effects, and it looks like it was once an old church set up here with a large steeple You don't see any religious iconography on the outside of it, but you do see a variety of large stained glass windows that depict scenes of darkness and light, scenes of the sun moving through its phases, the moon transitioning, and the grand double doors are slowly creaking out and in as if something may have just moved through them.
Goal, is this your religion? The temple of yours? I see the moon there.
Does it look like such, or is it something similar?
Roll a religion check.
Eight.
8. You're not really sure. You're not super um, up to speed on the ancient origins of your religion, but it certainly looks like it's similar.
This is old. It's difficult to say.
Yeah,
I'm not.
if the structure is so old, then why is there some sort of movement from within? It could lead to danger.
Oh, the symbol is old. Can't speak for who's inside.
Does any of us get here? Did you say we could see our planet, like, in the distance?
Yeah.
Like, you could see Earth or whatever planet, whatever planet we're from?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can see it.
You mean tell me that we're no longer on our home planet? That we're on one of the moons, and that there are structures here? Are there any recordings of people living on the moon or being on the moons or anything like that?
Roll a history check.
That's pretty bad. Let's see. 5.
Not that you've heard of, but you have not read a lot of history books.
People could reside here.
I thought it was some sort of illusion or something at first. Perhaps something to be disguised as the moon, but if the gravity has anything to say about it, I am not entirely sure how we are surviving, but I do believe we are, in fact, in space.
I'm gonna take one of my gloves off and like touch the soil like underneath my feet and see what it like feels like. Is it like
It's sort of like loose, sandy rock.
but it
Like you
feels
can
very
move
real,
the
right?
sand.
It's like
Yeah.
this
As
isn't an
real as
illusion as
sand.
far as we
Well, let us see if those who dwell in the moon are, let's see if they are happy to have visitors. And I sort of like start heading towards the big church doors.
Okay. Easy enough. You head out that direction. As you step up toward them, you can now hear what is making these doors move. It is a low and very deep breath. With each inhale, the doors swing just a tad in, and with each exhale, they blow out.
Can I peek uh, into the church to see if I can see the cause of the breath?
Yes, looking inside, you see that where once there may have been a sitting area, it is entirely hollowed out. It's about a 20-foot drop directly as you step into the church, and you see this spiral staircase leading down to what is a gigantic body of some kind. You see it's a dull green, hunched over, massive lumbering horns and crooked parts of its body extending from an otherwise placid face, eyes closed, slowly breathing as if asleep.
Could I possibly try to identify this thing? And if I can't, can I tell if it's otherworldly?
Oh, it's certainly otherworldly. As far as identification, you can roll me a religion check, I guess.
So it doesn't look like a dragon per se.
No, not at all.
Religion is intelligence, so 16.
16. This is some sort of ridiculous being. I mean, your mind almost can't comprehend its existence. By the sheer look of it, you presume that it is something otherworldly, maybe something from a different planet, something from a different galaxy. You don't know how to comprehend it. It is bizarre and gigantic, way bigger than you.
I'm gonna put my hand on Siegfried's shoulder, like slowly, assuming he's ahead of me, because peeking too.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that is, let it sleep. This isn't at the center point of the town, right? This is on the way
Nope.
to that center.
Yeah, you're not
Whatever
even
that creature
close.
is, let it sleep.
Perhaps we could negotiate with it, and it could help us on our adventures.
I'm gonna like kind of like peek over his shoulder. Like, does the thing look negotiable? Like,
Roll an
it looks
insight
like
check.
yeah. Does it look like it's just gonna eat us? Is it... Yeah. 18.
18. Staring down at it, you see its crooked horns and sort of slurped, tangled tentacle mouth. And among them, you start to notice a great many small snail shells and see small snails crawling over it. You've got no idea.
So the realization that this being in and of itself is an ecosystem for something else, I'm gonna just let it slide there and go. We should probably stay away from here for good. And I'll shut the door very
Okay.
slowly and I'll leave.
Easy enough to do.
Wait. Okay. Actually, as I was peeking in, is there anything around the interior of this church that would give a hint as to what purpose this creature serves here?
Roll a perception check.
I'd
Not too perceptive. God, I'm rolling like not great. Dude.
like to throw the thermals on as well.
5.
Take a look too.
5. Looking around, there are a great number of different icons and symbols upon the walls, some of them looking to be built as a portion of this church, and some seemingly scrawled on afterward in some sort of um, cult worship by the looks of things. Um, just judging by the actual descriptions and some of the drawings here, it appears that whatever worshippers were that drew these things believe that this is the reason that the sun goes around and that the moons traverse the planet. It is in some way in charge of, grand scale gravitational effects.
So yeah, probably not gonna want to come on our adventures with us. With that, I'm gonna dip.
Okay. With your goggles, you are able to see that where all of these snails are attached to it, it appears like they're like sucking blood from the creature, like feeding on it.
Huh.
The snails are very cold, but they're ingesting something very warm from within the creature.
Interesting. Does it seem like it's weak? Is it emanating a lot of heat?
It's emanating a lot of heat, but it doesn't.
Seems.
I mean, it looks like it's sleeping. It doesn't really give you an.
Gotcha.
It doesn't look weak. It's gigantic,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Yeah. It's not like emaciated or anything like laying sprawled out or anything.
No, it just looks like it's kind of like hunched over, sleeping.
Yeah, I say we eat the shit pig.
After we dip out from the front of the church, though, I want to reconvene at a safe distance to discuss.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Goal. Do you remember that person you met that follows the same belief systems as you?
Aye.
What did he say that he wanted you to do?
I don't know what you mean.
Why did he seek you out?
He was just there.
You are
We just
you're the moon, whatever, right?
Doctor, I don't know what you're talking about.
Perhaps I have my wires crossed. Anyways, maybe we should get going and avoid other creatures like that
Well,
if we can.
What about your blade, Gold? Isn't it the moonlight blade? Something like that. Does it look the same here on the moon? Kind of like gesture at his sword, maybe to like see the blade.
I'm gonna look around at everybody. A lot of attention here. What am I missing?
You are the moon guy. Your god. She is moon associated, no?
Um, no. I worship Shar, goddess of loss. My sword is titled Moonlight, according to what's printed on it. I don't think that affiliates me with the moon.
All right.
So we move on. Every minute we spend here, we're at great risk because we are in over our heads.
There is a chance that all of the things, the magic keeping us alive in the vacuum of space, it could possibly fail at any moment. For any reason, so we should hurry. And I'm gonna walk, did Goal? Who told me that he was the Moonwalker? Was it Gregdrin?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, so I was quoting things to him that he did not know that I knew.
Do any of the rest of us know anything like that? I don't think I would. I don't think Tiago would know either.
I don't think so.
He saw like his patron or whatever in the bar, but other than that,
He called me that, but I mean, I don't know. Gold doesn't identify himself as anything.
Right.
with the moon.
I mean, certainly you're aware of the Order of the Dark Moon, which is the order that, like, you're a part of. But, like, when you found the blade, it was on the body of Arnik Shamaris, the founder of the Order of the Dark Moon, some time ago. But outside of that, yeah. No, you don't have any direct connection to the moon, I would say.
Anyways, Goal. After I said all this stuff to you, I'm going to, like, nervously wipe away my sweat to show that perhaps I was saying things I should not say, and then I'm going to turn around and quickly get going after that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another 1d6 as you head deeper into the spiral.
I hope we roll another 6 and meet another horrible nightmare creature. I got a 5.
Okay. Moving in, you begin to see all of these interconnected buildings. Now, here the spiral influence is so strong that the buildings themselves are forming into this grand spiral. It's like to find a way through, you have to walk a ways to find an opening through two buildings since they're all connected and twisting together. And as you step into one of these openings between the buildings, a pathway deeper into the spiral, you look to the left and you see sitting there, what looks to be a treasure chest.
So, we are all going to be adults with self-control, and we will walk past the treasure chest without issue. For that is very obviously a trap.
Is it like just the one chest in the middle of the room?
It's like within this building. I mean, there's a lot of other building behind it, but it's pretty much the only thing that you see that's of note.
Fair enough. What does the chest look like? Is it like a wooden chest?
You step over
Perhaps.
toward it,
Not too close.
Maybe get some binoculars.
close enough to see it. You see that it's this small wooden chest, but you see all over it almost look like tree rings, but they have this distinct spiral to them. Spirals inside of spirals covering the chest.
Is there any debris around?
No, not really.
Like, there's no rocks I could pick up, or like,
I mean, you could pick up a rock, sure.
yeah, I just want to throw something at it.
Okay. You pick up a rock.
Yeah, and I throw it.
Okay. Roll a range attack.
Oh my! I knew it was gonna happen. Natural one. I knew it was gonna happen.
You miss by about a foot left on your rock throw.
You can always feel it when they're coming, you know.
Yeah, it's funny.
Ugh. You guys see that up there? After I like clearly hit the wall.
Did it do anything?
Nope. Seems safe. I clearly hit it, so.
Of course, of course. Perhaps we could try again. This time you could try with a possible sort of magically infused item to maybe activate its properties fully. And I'm going to take out one of the purple orbs that we got in the Kobold dungeon. I believe they were using them for magic shit. So I'm gonna like hand over one of these purple orbs over to Aiken to throw.
Instead of like throwing it overhead, I'd like to roll it. Well, is the ground smooth enough to roll it?
Bowling.
Yeah.
I mean, the inside of the building is flat.
Just to like tap it, so it's not like
Okay. Yeah. Just roll this orb at it.
Sure.
Go ahead. Yeah. Roll again.
Well, that's a little better. 21.
21. Okay. It rolls and hits the chest. The chest like shifts a little bit, but not a lot. Seems like it's relatively light.
Reduce gravity.
Tiago, even though seconds ago, minutes ago, I was advocating to stay away from this chest completely, I'm gonna look over to you, and I'm gonna like hand you a lockpick, and I myself am like gonna pull up like my own tools, and I'm just gonna say like, we'll just go investigate it first, and we'll not even pick it. We'll test out the possible traps and attachments it could have to it. We'll just go take a look.
I like refuses lockpick and kind of pull out my own set. Fine. I'm gonna stay like 3 feet back, just crouched, just watching him if he tries to pick the lock, see if the box does anything. If there are any traps, I'd like to see any traps on it at all.
Yeah,
Like
you know, before I'm about to touch this with a lockpick, I am head on the ground, looking at every corner, every little ridge. I want to get a whole casing of the outside of this thing.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Both of us or just him?
Just him.
Oh baby, oh baby. That's a 17 on the roll with everything is going to be 25.
Okay. It is not locked by the looks of things, but it is very clearly sitting on top of some sort of pressure plate.
It's simple. There is a pressure plate underneath this.
You can see that like when it was hit by the rolling ball, it like shifted a little bit off of it, but it's apparently still enough to have enough pressure to hold it down.
We could have very easily activated this on accident. Does anyone? I think
You're pretty
we-
lucky that first rock missed taken.
I think that we should be perfectly able to open it. It is just the contents inside that we have to manage at the proper weight. And he's like, Siegfried's explaining this to you, but he's really trying to justify himself because he wants to open the chest. So I'm going to like grab the sides, and I'm gonna like say like, hey, everyone get ready in case anything jumps out. And I'll creak open the top.
Okay, not a problem. It slides open, and you see the inside is this really well padded and like satin finished interior, something way fancier than the outside looks. It has this like dull pink color to it, and in its center is just lying this pristine dagger, pure black with a red gem inlet into its hilt.
Oh,
Sexy.
easy. I pull out my own dagger, which I have not used in a very long time,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna like put it side by side with the other
Hold on,
dagger,
hold on.
like kind of hold it.
I wanna like stop him and make sure he didn't swap them right now. Looking at that
I'm
dagger,
calculating. I'm calculating.
You know anything about daggers, about metal types? Why?
Yeah,
Do I know
yes.
anything about like weights of metal or like
Roll an intelligence check.
As soon as
this
the
type of metal? Or,
as soon as the treasure chest is opened and it's lined like with this like padding and it's very fine, I'm gonna immediately, Father T, look at this finely
30-20.
laden chest.
It's on a pressure plate, so be careful. Don't touch it.
It seems to be a very nice chest.
I know you have an affinity for these sorts of things.
Is the dagger just colored black, or is it look like kind of just the shape of a dagger, kind of void black?
And the metal is just black. I mean, it's definitely like a physical object.
Okay.
With the red gem in the hilt.
I would like to look at the sconce I have in the bag of holding. The red gem in it is able to summon a fire elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Can I compare if this red gem looks like that red gem?
I mean, they look similar in that they're both red gems, but not so similar that you think it's like the exact same gem or something.
I hate to impose, but I am in the market for a new magic weapon. So I am particularly interested in getting this out.
Well, perhaps there is some method with which we can identify what this object is before you just start grabbing magical daggers willy-nilly.
Yes, that is why I wanted to preface that this was all for me. I want to do this so I can... If you are all willing to be patient, I could cast Identify upon it.
Take your time. I'm just gonna go keep an eye on the perimeter, make sure no one sneaks up on us or is watching us or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna point like people, and I'm not trying to be like condescending in like pointing, but I'm gonna like sort of like point people to different directions or like different areas around the outside of like this thing, so we can like lock down this place and make sure nothing catches us by surprise.
Yeah.
And then my steel defender sitting right in front of the chest in case anything goes wrong directly with me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you reach down, and are you going to ritual cast Identify?
How long would it take?
Needs 10 minutes.
Identify. Nope, that is just a definition for the word identify. It's 1 minute, so it would be 11 minutes ritually. Is everyone cool to sit here for 11 minutes? You can talk amongst yourselves. Then yeah, I will ritual cast it.
Okay. Those of you keeping a watch, please roll me perception checks.
I'm not going to keep a watch.
Okay.
I'm going to keep an eye on Dr. Siegfried, not like to spy on him, but just to make sure that he doesn't accidentally get cursed by this magical item.
Of course.
Aiken rolled a 15 for the perception.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
18.
13 for my steel defender.
Nice. Goal and Tiago stand like you guys are standing on opposite sides into the spiral. By the way, I guess we'll just catch you up. You didn't miss a whole lot, but we are slowly like moving inside this grand spiral of architecture that seems to be built on like old ruins. Like there's old like natural looking ruins out here on the moon, and then from them are like spiraling these weird geometries and things, and they themselves are forming this grand spiral that eventually leads to what do you call it? A crater off in the distance that seems to be like the center of the spiral.
And the crater, another spiral.
There's also a void dragon kind of
Just
flying around.
flying.
Some type of, like in the distance.
And there's a
Right,
weird
around the
tentacle
A
face
void
monster
dragon.
that
I mean,
is
I
gravity.
don't know if that's the right word for it. Yeah. It's dragon, celestial creature of darkness.
I'm pretty sure
perhaps?
Logan used the word void when describing its breath. I may be wrong, but that's
Yeah,
where
it's
my
a void
mind
dragon.
went, was void dragon. Okay.
Okay, it's a void dragon.
Would I, with my emphasis on history, be able to know anything about void dragons?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like particularly well hidden information that like the reason the sun no longer reaches the earth is because of the void dragon that blocks it out. Like, it's pretty well established that this horrible thing happened.
Sweet.
Anyway, as I was saying, Tiago looking one way into the spiral, Gold looking out. You both start to see off in the distance some creatures like moving amongst these different weird geometries. Some like one of them appears to be like, kind of climbing and squirming on top of one of these geometries. You both notice something that looks very similar. They both look like snails with 4 eyes.
How big?
Ew.
Hard to say from where you are, but you're thinking very large, maybe about your size.
He's smiling.
Anyway,
I've got movement over here.
You guys sort of keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, your identify spell. You reach down and touch the dagger, and it immediately gives you this sense of foreboding. But as you sit there, you feel your mind pulled back, as sometimes it is when you cast Identify, but this time it feels different, like you're folding into a page. The space and the time around you gets contorted, twisted. Maybe this isn't even in the past, maybe the future. You don't really know, but you feel this dagger more than see it. You feel it erupt and come into existence as if by magic, void itself coalescing. You hear chanting, umbodunda, umbodunda, back and forth, in unison, tens of voices, maybe a few dozen. The void the void dagger slowly forming into pure metal, and as it does, your vision clarifying as well, becoming fuzzy and then clear. Looking around, you see that you're inside a grand campfire, the metal forging itself, bubbling and bursting, changing shape. Looking around, you see what looked to be some sort of cultists circling, chanting. One of them moving forward with a necklace bearing the same gemstone that you know eventually finds its way into this blade. She leaps of her own volition directly into the flames. They kick up around her. She shrieks in agony, and everyone starts chanting quicker. The same rhythmic chant, twisting and turning. As she burns away, you see the gold of the necklace melt and the gemstone hover into place. The black metal curling and bubbling around it to form the dagger that you now see. Your vision cuts. Once again, this weird folding sensation, as if you're stepping from one dimension into another. And you see the dagger being held by a young man. He seems to be debating something, staring at the blade. And then you see him buried into some bed sheets, killing something. Your vision cuts again. You see the dagger levitating, floating, moving of its own accord. And then it strikes, and whoever was holding it becomes visible. And you see a man wearing a golden crown topple, dead. As he does, you see this tinge of red energy circle and enter into the gemstone. One by one, your vision cuts through hundreds of murders, thousands of them. Each of them seeming to fuel this gemstone's energy, growing it in power and in strength. Eventually, your vision comes back to you, staring down at it, still set in this pink satin, almost irreverently placed here.
So,
This blade,
yeah.
yeah. So if you actually want the stats on it, it is what I called, let's see what I actually called it, the Dark Touch Dagger. So whenever you strike someone with it is a +2/+2, +2 dagger, basically. Whenever you strike someone with it and activate a sneak attack, it does not use your sneak attack up for that round. So you may sneak attack again the same round. This may be used 3 times per day.
Right, so this is for sure for an artificer like myself when I use my
Correct.
sneak attack.
You'll fit right in with it. You get a +2 dagger, pretty good. Just never tell anyone about it.
Yeah, actually. So, I am in a unique situation where I saw the manifestation of this dagger from void to metal, and through ritual sacrifice, of course. So, in my
Very much so.
visions, looking through the dagger concoct itself together, make a thing from nothing. I am proficient with smith's tools, so
Okay.
I as well have a general concept of how to make things from other things. So I'm trying to figure out from my identifier or my perception of it if I can make any sort of modifications to my current dagger to make it the same size and weight of the one in the thing.
Very interesting. I will say that as you've identified it, you do know that the blade is made of a different metal than your dagger, and definitely is heavier. So I would say without picking it up, it's very difficult to gauge its weight, but you think you might be able to get close.
Close is all we need. Close counts and horseshoes, hand grenades, and getting ritualistic daggers from the moon. That's how the saying goes. So I am going to so being a man with smith's tools, I feel like I just have some various scrap throughout, here or there. I want to just kind of just put like a metal plate, like screw in like a metal plate on like the hilt, and then like just wait. I don't know. Try to make it a little heavier with my smith's tools.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say it's not overly difficult to like make your dagger heavier with a variety of things found around you. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check to see how close you get to the correct weight. And I'll say you can have proficiency since you are proficient with sword skills.
Thank you very much. That is what I was gonna beg for. Um. Oh no. Um. So what was it? What skill did you say?
Intelligence?
Intelligence.
I was gonna say, can I
With
aid
double
him with my
proficient.
bonus?
Not anymore.
So I
Ah,
get
I
plus
was muted. Damn it.
I get plus 11 to the roll. However, I did roll a natural 1, and there's nothing.
Okay. You think you did a really good job. You think that the weight should match almost exactly.
Oh, it is perfect.
Good from here. Yep.
Um. Hey, and I look to Father T, and I'm just like, what's the one's name with the Tiago? Tiago, will you come here, please? I have a task for you to fulfill.
I'm gonna come over kind of quickly. Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Shit,
What is it?
sorry. How do you feel about ritualistic sacrifice?
Sounds fucking terrible.
Fair. This dagger is full of it, and I think it would be very good for you, as it seems to have been built for someone of your certain skill set, if you know what I mean. However, before we decide who gets it, again, probably you, it is going to require some very swift movements, very precise, for switching it out with my dagger here. And that is where you come in.
So you're suggesting that I swipe this ritualistic, murdering, sacrificial dagger off of this weighted, trapped pedestal on the moon, while potentially surrounded by alien slug snail things, from what I could surmise. Let me see your dagger.
I
I
present
just want to like
my
feel.
horrible,
Feel the weight.
shoddy dagger. It was a letter opener that I sharpened, but well, here it is.
Does it even look like this dagger would represent the weight of that dagger in the box? Just
Roll an
based on the type
intelligence
of
check.
metal.
I am going to sit there insisting that it is, because I can see that I'm just like, no, I know what you're thinking. It is heavier. I saw it made.
He's very convincing. Smarter than you. He probably knows.
Trust me on this one. That's my source. Just trust me, bro.
How do you know this is for ritualistic slaughter or whatever?
It is not for. Okay, perhaps it is for ritualistic slaughter. It was just made of it. We have no such evil to fulfill with this dagger. We can take the forces of evil and use them for good.
Logan, would I know anything about just looking at this dagger, like historically? Is there anything in history about this type of dagger?
Roll a
Was it
history
red
check.
gem and weak sauce. 7.
Nope. You don't know anything about this dagger.
So, look, I understand your apprehension. I could aid you in the process, if you would wish.
I've never wanted to turn down a sharp-looking dagger. I kind of like crack my bones and like get ready to try to make the
What
swipe. And
weapons is Tiago currently wielding?
currently wielding.
Yeah.
I'm not wielding any weapons, but I am equipped with like a rapier.
What do you
And,
use in the offhand?
A short sword,
I say.
or the Dragon Slayer short sword is what I've been
Oh,
using.
never mind.
I mean, honestly, like, I need someone else to make this decision for me because I can't decide. Like, I don't want to get us killed over something that seems like it's gonna make my character evil. Like,
No.
Things like this maybe are better left.
I mean, to be fair, if it
in
was
the-
curse, the identify spell would have recognized that it is. I mean, it was definitely made in an evil way, but it is not cursed in any way. Like, you will not be, it's not going to affect you or something.
You identified this dagger, and there's no curse upon it. My skin's not going to burn off. My blood won't boil when I touch it.
No. Look, it perhaps maybe have been an artifact for evil before, but we kill people, and we're good, right? So we just use it for good.
I'm going to swipe the dagger and replace it with this janky thing that he gave me
Okay,
from Indiana Jones.
roll dexterity check.
So I never
Sleight
mind.
of hand or just dex?
Sleight of hand, yeah, that makes sense.
I guess that's the same thing, isn't it? Oh, man, I'm rolling really bad today.
I have ways I
But
could have
it's a
helped. But
17?
Okay, you think you do a very great job. However, the weight seems significantly different, and you immediately see the pressure plate disengage,
oh no.
Too
And-
light. Like, push him back.
and you all immediately feel this energy, this heat. And Goal, still looking in toward the inner part of the spiral, you see within this crater below your view, you see something lift from it. Different tentacles attaching at different points and lifting up a gargantuan creature with a single glowing eye that just hones in on your party.
Is there any chance of hitting the deck, or have we been had?
I put the dagger back, just like, no,
No, I didn't mean it. I didn't
It
mean it.
looks like this,
Oh baby.
Oh,
Look at that
but fully
charmer.
stretched out and like extended upward.
If it was a beholder, this just came across my mind, so sorry if it's too much of a segue. If it was a beholder and it looked to Proteus, would he just like scatter apart like dry bones in Mario?
Yeah,
'cause
probably.
the cone of, like, anti-magic.
Right.
Nice, dude.
It makes a sound. And then
All
when
right,
it's like,
so instantly
Will
you
said he
all
can't
need
hear
to
me.
make wisdom saving throws.
Will said he lost
Yeah,
audio,
we've
he's
been
working
had.
on it.
Oh. Not very
I'm gonna get a
wise.
napkin because I spilled a bit of my tea.
Hey, we may have failed, but at least something neat happened.
13.
I got a good old 17.
All right. Anybody less than a 12?
I got a natural 20.
Ooh.
That has to be something.
Very nice.
Double success.
Anyone less than a 15? All right. And anyone less than a 19?
That's me.
Everyone.
Okay. So if you are under a 12, which no one was, right?
I don't
So we don't have
think
to
so.
worry about it. Oh, I can't see Will. Is Will here? Hey, I can see you now. So no one was below a 12?
Sorry, couldn't hear for a moment. What are we rolling?
Wisdom save.
Yo,
Don't
this,
roll less than 12.
this is uncanny. As soon as I rolled a
One.
natural 20, I got an email from my professor saying class is canceled for my public speaking.
What?
Like dead ass.
Nice.
You
Wow,
willed
nice.
it into the universe, dude.
Okay.
No,
so
Will, no.
Father T, you, as you look up, you feel your body just tense up. You are paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh, shit.
If you got less than a 15, you are stunned for this round. And if you got less than a 19, you are partially blinded and have disadvantage on all attacks for this round.
Partially
Both
blinded.
stunned and blinded, or
Well, if you're stunned, you're stunned this round anyway. You can't make attacks. But yeah, you're also partially blinded. Not like blind, but
Yeah,
like just
what is
starry
partially
vision.
blind?
Like your vision's blurred. It's like you just look at the sun for a second.
You mean when I see that fucking little thing in the center of my vision and then I see it and then it won't go away? Just
Yeah, it's
follows
like
me
that, but your whole vision.
around.
Got flashbang.
I have a
Yeah,
stare
your flashback.
thing. When it
Okay.
appears,
And now I will need you all to roll initiative. Oh, and by the way,
Seems good.
Father T, you can repeat the save. I believe, yeah, repeat the save
Never
at
is permanent.
at the end of each of your turns.
It's what his character would do. He would just let it happen.
That's good of him. But I have way too many books going on right now.
15.
12.
9 for Aiken.
$13 for Tiago.
Okay, I think all I'm missing is goal.
11.
11. Is that right? That's all of you? Yes, it is.
So you know how I like upload all these to YouTube? Because like just for whatever. We
Yeah.
get copyright claimed on every one of the videos, by the way, guys, because of
Oh,
because of the music. Yeah, I don't. And so unfortunately, we can't make any money off the videos, but
dang.
That's all.
All right, Dr. Siegfried, you were actually first up with a 15, which
That
feels
is-
like a low roll for everybody.
beautiful. Because I wanted to go first. Immediately, listen, I did this. I wanted the dagger out. This is my fault. So I'm immediately going to run over to Father T, who is currently paralyzed, and I can again partially blinded, but I'm gonna look over to him to see if can I see that he's fucked up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he looks like he's like having trouble breathing. He's just like staring silently. His arms like in a weird position, not moving.
Sweet. So I am going to run over, do a quick slide on the moon, and stick him in his like the back, like the brainstem area, with a huge syringe full of like it's like a yellow liquid, and it's got like little red floaty things in it, like there's stuff floating around in there, and I'm gonna smack it down. Sorry, without your permission, I'm gonna stab this full of you. I am going to cast Lesser Restoration upon him, which heals paralyzed, blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay, and I assume you're gonna pick paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Okay.
And however, I'm going to flavor it as his body is still paralyzed. The thing I injected him with is a genetically modified variant of like that weird fungal disease that bugs get, where like where it'll like pilot their body even though their brain is dead. I'm gonna do that to him. So basically, he's a meat puppet. He's still paralyzed, but he's moving around.
Great, love that. Thanks for that imagery.
He
Anything's a
should-
bonus action.
Those go away very soon. The parasites, they pass quick. Bonus action. That guy, where is the creature? He's like out in the central area
he's
of
like,
the moon.
He's
right?
like maybe like a mile away from you. However, you still do see these two snails that now seem to be aware of your presence with the giant light pointing your direction.
I'm gonna have my Steel Defender on my bonus action. I'm gonna tell him to run over to the snails, and he's gonna sort of stand his ground and like growl a bit to see if they are hostile. And if they are hostile, he will ready his attack to punch one of them or bite one.
Okay,
of them.
great.
That is going to be my turn.
All right, you're gonna stay out in the open where the light is like still able to
Oh,
hit you.
right. Shit. I gotta hit the deck. Where are my escape options?
So, I mean, there are buildings to both sides of you. One of them had the chest in there, so you think that would be, of some help at least. Outside of that, you can, go deeper or further away, toward the edge of the spiral and like get behind another building.
I'm gonna try to sink into the buildings, just to have some cover from the light, and but I want to stick around close so that I can run and possibly administer touch spells to anyone who needs them.
Okay. Yes, you feel good. Your steel defender, upon approaching the snail, you see immediately its jaws open up as if to attempt to bite and/or eat it. So you assume that it is hostile if you want to punch it.
All right, it's going to be it's going to do the cat thing where it just like swats just kind of with its paw, and it's just going to try to shut the mouth of the creature in front of me.
Okay.
Hellcat model. Does a 14 hit?
14, unfortunately, is the armor class of the creature.
Damn.
So not quite, unfortunately. So that's Dr. Siegfried's full turn. Tiago, you're up next. You're blinded?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled like
So
a 13, I think.
Yes, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls, but everything else is fine.
I guess I'd just like to move into the shade, I guess, away from this beam of blinding or whatever it is. How close are we to the center point of this city versus how far away is that creature?
It is in the center, so it's in this crater.
Okay.
Like it lifted from the crater that is the center point, and that's like a mile away.
Yeah, in that case, I'll just like basically go back inside and like put my shoulder up against one of the doors and draw my weapons, and I just would like to hold. I guess if I could tell which direction one of those snails was coming from, if it comes through the doorway, I just want to like pierce the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
I just want to attack it.
I will say you can hold your action, but not your bonus action to get the other attack.
Okay, that's fine.
Good. All right, you are in position.
Will I still be blinded?
Yep.
On that attack?
Mm-hmm. Not until the start of your next turn will you no longer be blinded.
Okay. In fact, could I take the dodge action instead?
Just of course.
Or would I still have disadvantage on that?
No, it's just attacks, so you'd be fine to use dodge.
Yeah. All right.
You ready yourself to dodge out of the way should the situation arise, and it very well may, as it is now my turn. The first of the snails is going to just bite the crap out of this Hellcat. Is he going to bite, actually? Yes, I think it will. Yes, it's just going to bite. Unnatural 20 on your Hellcat?
That's unfortunately going to hit.
Very nice. That's 9 piercing, and can it take poison damage?
It ain't got no body, so it cannot take poison damage.
Okay, so then just the whatever I said the first time, 9.
I was just gonna ask what you said the first time.
I think it was 9.
9 sounds great.
I always roll the same the same D8 both times. So I'm like, I don't remember what that first number was, but I did do the math. I think it was 9. Okay. Meanwhile, the other one just begins crawling towards you. It's leaving like this trail behind it that you see. It's kind of like eerily glowing in a way, so you think you might need to avoid that as well. But this one is going to come up forward and reach Goal, who is standing guard on this side, and is going to go ahead and once it gets to about 10 feet away, spit venom at you, Goal. 22 to hit you, Goal. I'm assuming that's going to do it.
Yes, sir.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. $21 points of poison damage as this venom just hits your face. You can feel it like you close your eyes, but it's one of those things that like you can feel it like burning in through your closed eyes, sort of getting underneath your eyelids, just burning all of the exposed facets of your face, slowly eating away at your musculature. Beautiful.
Ow.
Yeah, it wasn't good. That is, unfortunately, its full turn, so that will bring up Father T.
Interesting. So when this battle started is when I couldn't hear. So can you just explain? You said there's like a large creature.
Yeah, I'll explain it all in a second. I did forget to ask. Steel Defender also cannot be poisoned, right? It can neither take poison damage nor be poisoned.
He is immune to both poison and the poison condition, yes.
Great. So basically what happened, Father T, is you took this dagger and immediately this creature lifted itself up from the center of this spiral, blasting this light out from like a mile away. So this thing's really far away, shooting this light at you. And then there were these two snails kind of already in the area, these like weird snail-like creatures with 4 eyes that I showed a picture of. And they have both converged upon your location in this sort of like hole, because the buildings are forming this big spiral, right? But this is like a hole between 2 buildings. So you're kind of between 2 buildings, light shining down, 2 snails coming to attack.
Okay, and second question. We leveled up at the end of the last.
Yes.
Does that mean I get my spell slots back?
Yes.
Or okay, cool. So I currently have a parasite controlling me, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
So I think very awkwardly I'll shuffle around and I'll just start like slamming this stuff on the ground, and it's not like working at all. It just makes me very frustrated as I can't get it, and all of a sudden it clicks and it blows open, and my eyes start to glow as whatever's inside my head now is like feeding on this light that's coming out of my staff here. They shine out, and I will cast Beacon of Hope upon myself, choosing all of my allies.
Okay.
And what that will do is I just had it in the necklace book. Every ally has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws for the duration and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Nice. What's the radius on that?
It is 30 feet. However many creatures are within 30 feet I can target.
Okay, so that should be able to affect everyone around you except for the Steel Defender, probably. What's the Steel Defender's movement speed?
40.
Yeah, so it took off and it just escaped you, but everyone else will have the benefits of your Beacon of Hope in your malformed state. Anything is a bonus action there.
So this paralysis, blindness, whatever, this is not a spell effect, correct? This
No,
seems like an innate.
it's some sort of innate ability.
Okay, cool. I guess I will cast Healing Word on Goal, who I just started hit by some acid, and that will do the max damage. So that's at first level 4 plus 4, so 8 points back to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like one of those things you like look over, you're like, open your eyes, it's okay. And Goal, you're like opening your eyes like very timidly, like you just got soap in them in the shower. But they open up and the
I don't
poison
think I can really
leaves.
speak right now with this thing
True.
inside my head, so I just go.
Nice. And the poison kind of leaks out of your eyes a little bit, Goal. You feel marginally better, but it's still not great.
I look worried because that's not how the parasites were supposed to react, and I think I might have accidentally killed him, and they're eating his brain. But I don't tell anybody that, though. It's just a me thing.
Perfect. Goal, your turn. Oh no,
If
Tiago,
I'm
you took
stunned, did I do anything?
I think that you cannot do anything. Let's see. You're incapacitated, cannot move, and can speak only falteringly. So I would say no. You cannot do anything.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Goal just chilling out. Aiken.
Does Golem repeat the save at all?
Oh yes, repeat this. Wait, no, his is already automatically over. Rather, it's just the paralyzed effect.
1 round. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to have Proteus attack the slug that was engaged by the Hellcat
Okay.
with his little sword.
You see like this bone dog running up and swinging a sword.
20. Oh, sorry. 22, but not that. That made no sense. 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Not a natural 22. Just don't get that confused. That does 9 total damage.
All right, very nice. Yeah, you see it take a good chunk out of this creature. You see its snail shells very slippery, so the blade kind of dinks off it, but it does seem to crack on the side a little bit. That's something.
And then, actually, never mind. I would. So there's still the 2 left, right? That are relatively close.
Yep.
I would like to shoot one of them twice with my, OG bow, with the first bow.
Okay. Which one are you gonna do? The same one as Proteus or the other one?
I'll do the other one that the 2 animal, undead, robot are not attacking, so the opposite.
Gotcha. The one on goal. Got it.
Right. And then I got 2 attacks. The first one is 13. I assume it doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
Wait. What's the thing that Father T gave us? Just wisdom increase?
Wisdom and dexterity saving throws.
Gotcha. Okay. And the next one is 20. Not natural.
Very nice. That will hit.
Then, yeah. Oops. Wow, nice. That will pop off a 13 damage.
Very nice. Feeling good. Definitely took a chunk out of the creature with that second one. The first one just missing.
And then, after that, I'd like to do the, what's it called? The thing where I can take cover. I'm trying to find the specific... Improvisation, that's what it's called. I just take cover behind one of the 2 buildings. Would I have to run past the slugs in order to do this?
No, both the snails are still outside. So
No. Sorry.
no worries.
I'm
So you're able to... is this like a hide action or...
Right. I make a stealth check to the creature, and if I'm successful, it still knows that I'm there. It's just kind of like it doesn't know when I'm going to attack, so I get advantage.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll for that at the stealth check.
17.
Okay, 17. Very nice. Let's see what the passive perception... yeah, you are hidden.
Cool. And I think that should wrap it up from us.
Very nice. So that's Aiken. So we're back up to the top. We will see if my beautiful guy gets his... It does not. Okay, so there's no repeat of this blast of energy, though it is still staring in your direction. And it is back to Dr. Siegfried. You can kind of see again, which is nice.
All right. Is anybody still afflicted by the first light?
No.
I don't think anybody is. All right,
No.
perfect. I'm gonna sort of like jump out so that I can see the entrance. I want to see the 2 snails, and I'm going to like go to like pick up my finely crafted energy gun that I have made, but it is gone. Alas, it was taken from me. And then my heart aches slightly as in remembrance of what happened. And then I'm just gonna like sort of like panic. My dagger's in the chest. I have no weapons on me, and I'm like panicking. And then all of a sudden, this weird energy starts pumping through me, and I get uncomfortable. I'm a little woozy, and then all of a sudden I like kind of reach out, and this cackling energy corruption void, sort of where we're at, extends outwards as these huge bolts from my arms. I'm gonna take shots at both snails with these like cackling black lightning energy shooting out of my arm haphazardly.
Yeah, and they go, so they're coming from both directions. So basically, steps out, and you see this energy like twisting around and blast in both directions at the snails here. Go and roll those decks.
That is going to be, god damn it, of course my spell sheet's last. That is going to be a 12 for the first one, which I do not believe is going to hit.
It does not. It just blasts the ground next to it.
A 19 for the second.
Will hit.
Sweet. Do I have any say in which one I would like to hit?
No.
Okay. Because in my head, the second one was the one that's not with my steel defender. That's how I sorted it out in my head. I didn't know which one was going to hit or not.
That's the one I picked anyway, so you're good.
Sweet. That is going to be... God damn it. All that. 2 force damage.
Fair enough.
And
you're still getting used to it.
I'm going to look, and I'm going to be like... And my, like, sleeve has, like, these scorch marks in it. Like, it's smoking a little bit from, like, this black energy that's right through me. And I'm like... Oh, no. With that, I am going to use my movement to, if I stepped out, move back inside the building out of the light and command my Steel Defender to strike at the snail directly in front of him.
Okay.
The Steel Defender is going to get a 21.
That hits.
Alright, and he's going to deal some extra force damage. That's going to be a nice little 8 force damage as he scratches against him.
Alright, sounds good.
That's my turn.
Very nice. So that was Dr. Siegfried. We are back to Tiago.
Okay. Do both snails have like allies within 5 feet of him? Goals on one, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Goal is actually, it stopped 10 feet away from goal, so it's not quite within melee range, but the other one does.
Okay. I'll go for the other one then, just kind of like shaking off my blinding effect, and I'm just gonna like basically draw the rapier, and I'm gonna spin that dagger in my hand and see what it's made of, and I'm gonna just kind of try to sneak up on that thing and just plunge both weapons into him with a attack and bonus.
Okay.
Attack. See if that works. A 19 for the rapier.
That hits.
Okay. Okay. And then, do I get sneak attack on that? I'm the fucking worst at D&D. Let's see.
Yep. There you have it.
Allies
ally
are within
2
5
feet.
feet.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'll roll for damage on that guy first. 16%. So it'll do 26 points of piercing damage with the rapier.
Very nice.
And then with the dagger, I just kind of want to like hold it with the blade down and just bury it to the hilt in this thing if I can with my
Very
bonus
nice.
action.
You get a +2 because the dagger is +2.
Okay.
+2 to attacks and damage.
Okay, so that's a 19. I just rolled that on the rapier as well. Yeah.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then what was the damage on that? You said it was like, so it's like a D4 +2, basically?
Yep.
Okay.
And you could activate one of its 3 uses to you do sting attack damage again, but it's 3 per day. So.
Sounds cool to me. Let's do it.
Okay, you do it?
So, yeah, for sure.
All right, so as you stab into it, this red gem, you see it like this like glowing light diminish a little bit inside of it. And as it does, you see this red energy like envelop you, and you stab directly into it, feeling this course of renewed energy as you get the initial sneak attack damage.
Yeah, so that'll be an additional 20 damage with that dagger. I'm just gonna be like the blitz rapier and then dagger, and I'm just gonna like and then drag it through it a little bit.
Very nice.
Give it some beefy damage as well.
Make sure to keep note that you've used one of the 3 charges on that. And that does require attunement, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that with the dagger.
Ah, crap. So, okay. Could I have attuned to it like immediately, basically?
Yeah, that's no problem. I just want to make sure you know it takes up one of your 3 attunement slots.
Okay, yeah, I'll double check that as well. Yeah, I don't think I have anything. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the 2 snail boys, the one across from Goal is going to. I think it's just going to go up toward you here, Goal, and bite you. 19 to hit you, Goal?
That hits.
Nice. That's 10 points of piercing damage. And 2 points of poison damage for 12 points total. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
Okay, not a problem on the con save. So yeah, that is its turn for the bite. The other one is really getting hounded pretty good. I think it's going to continue its attempt to destroy the Steel Defender with another bite attack. Does a 12 hit the Steel Defender?
No, it does not.
All right, good to know. So that was their turn, Father T.
Yes. Can we see the sun from here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this parasite is going to use my mouth to start speaking in this alien, comprehensible language and point to the sun and then point at one of these snails. And as he does, this beam of fiery, radiant light comes down upon him, and I will cast Sacred Flame,
Okay.
which requires a Dexterity saving throw.
And are you targeting the very injured one, or the very uninjured one?
The very injured one.
Okay. Dex save will be
Yes.
a 9.
That will unfortunately not pass. It will fail. Fortunately for me, not fortunately for you. So it will take 2d8 radiant damage. It's going to take 4 radiant damage plus another 4 radiant damage because I have potent spellcasting and can add my wisdom modifier.
Very nice. It looks extremely injured, but is still hanging in there. Anything as a bonus action, Father T?
Nobody's really injured that I can heal, so I suppose not.
Okay. Goal, your turn.
Is the are these attacks on the snail by me or the other one?
That was the other one.
Okay, so the snail by me is uninjured.
Not uninjured, but mostly uninjured.
Okay. I'm gonna start with the Hail Mary. I don't know what this is gonna do, but I'm gonna give it a whirl because it's a slimy snail, and I'm going to pull out the last bag of dust that I have, which is dust of dryness.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what this is going to do to a
Oh.
snail, but I'm going to throw the dust of dryness at this snail.
Okay. Is it a dex save for it?
I don't have anything. The only thing I wrote next to it was 1d6 plus 4.
All right. In that case, I will make you do a dexterity-based attack.
Okay.
Before he does that, oh wait, that'd be a bonus action. Never mind. I already used my bonus action. Never mind. He's gonna try to aid you. Can't do that.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. The dust kind of crashes all over it, and you see this sort of disgusting ilk that it's producing. This weird, I don't know, gross, poisonous stuff covering it. Slowly starts being sucked up by the dust, and then you see the snail begin withering as all of the moisture is sucked out of it. You see it like retract, like try and pull into its shell as much as it can, and it just curls up into this perfect spiral. Doesn't look dead, but it looks very much hampered.
So did he go completely into a shell, or is he just mostly in a shell?
No, he's like, I mean, I don't think snails can really go in their shell, so he's just kind of like curled up, like kind of in front of his shell.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my sword.
Okay, as you do, you see black flames erupting from it, and it no longer gives off the light that it normally does. As
God
here
damn.
on the moon, it operates as if it is a new moon at all times.
Oh. Kill it, Dan.
I'm gonna look at this, and I'm gonna look over at Tiago, and then I'm gonna look back over at Dr. Siegfried, like maybe they were onto something. And I'm gonna be like, but I'm just gonna take the sword and I'm gonna do a stabbing attack right into the bulk of the snail.
Okay, roll for that attack. I'll give you advantage since it's curled up in a little ball.
It helped a little bit, so that is 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
And in its weak state, I will say that this counts as a critical strike.
Okay, so double the dice.
Mm-hmm.
What color did I need to use here? That is 20 points of damage.
Very nice. You stab into it. You see the black flames like burning where it hits. It's enthralling. You feel very powerful with this blade in your grasp. You're not sure. Well, you're not sure what would happen on a new moon on Earth with this in your grasp. You feel like you would almost need to use it to, get some nice followers for yourself. So that was goal. Aiken.
How far? I know you said a mile for the eyeball creature.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a real mile? Like, is it like 5,000 feet away?
Yep, ish. It's far away.
Does it show that like it's moving towards us?
No, it is like it's holding itself up in this, over top this large crater, and it's just staying there.
Dang. Well, what a shame I hid from it instead of the slugs, because I was under the impression that it was moving towards us. Silly of me. But yeah, no. There's 2 slugs left, yeah? Or did I just pick? The one that the Hellcat is engaged with, as well as Proteus.
Mm-hmm.
We will go ahead and hit it again. With his little sword. That is 15 to hit.
Hits. Just barely.
Nice. And that is 5 damage.
Nice. Proteus flips the blade around in his jaws and just buries it into the snail here, finishing it off. That one is dead.
Whoa. Nice.
Not bad.
And for the other attack, I guess since my cover thing is void now, I'll do a know thy enemy on the last slug.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get some of that advantage. Oh, a natural 1.
Oh,
Okay, you fail.
Nice. I'd like to shoot it twice. The first one is 25, while the second one is 10.
First one hits, second one misses.
That one is 7 damage, so not as good as last time.
All right, 7 points. Yeah, it's another chunk out of it, but it's still hanging in there for sure. Anything as a bonus action, Aiken? Oh, you already did that. Know that enemy.
Right, yeah.
All right, back up to the top. Let's see if I get my eye beam back. And I do. So anyone...
Sorry to interrupt. I didn't get to use my bonus action, and I wanted to use my defense, using a key point to be able to dodge.
Okay, I thought that your attack was your bonus action. But because you threw the dust.
I got 2 attacks. Can I throw
I see what you're saying. I see. Oh yeah. That's fine.
Okay. So then do I just say that I dodged the next attack, or
patient defense?
Is it yeah?
I think it's you get advantage on dex saves or something. I don't really know. You'll have to look it up.
Okay.
Meanwhile, this creature far off blasts another eye beam in your direction. So anyone who's currently exposed, which would be for sure Aiken, for sure. Oh no, Aiken, I guess you kind of hid behind the. Yeah, I'll say Aiken, you're okay. Well, for sure Tiago, Goal. Yeah. Use your best judgment, everyone.
Would my defender need to make a save?
No, it's fine.
Because I didn't make one for him last time either. I just realized that.
He's okay.
Everyone gets advantage on this as well.
The wisdom save?
Yes.
17.
15.
Okay.
14.
Okay. All right. So if you got lower than a 12, you're paralyzed for a minute. Lower than a 15, you're stunned for this round. And lower than a 19, you're blinded for this round. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls. So whatever that affects all of you, take note. Bushwing.
Can I know who gets affected by what in case I need to save someone next turn? Is anyone paralyzed or anything?
I'm stunned.
You're stunned. I don't know if I can help that.
Okay.
Blind over here.
Dr. Siegfried.
Oh, it's me. Perfect. I'm gonna do a quick check-in with everybody here, just like yelling from the back, like, "How is everyone doing?" All right. There.
I'm good.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the
Hagen like
response.
pokes his head out from behind. I'll get back here.
Sweet.
Right.
All right, I am going to like pull out my different tools, and I'm gonna like start mixing like a potion together, and like I pull out like my screwdriver in case I need it, and I'm like getting all technologically ready, and I start to shake a little bit again, and I'm going to once again Eldritch Blast one beam at either one of these snails.
Well, the one snail's dead. So.
Oh shit. Sorry. I thought it was just in a shell. Oh, fucking
That's the
Aiken
one
just
that's
went.
alive.
Yeah. Oh. I thought that was the other way around. I am going to launch both Eldritch Blasts at them then. The first of which is going to be a 26 to hit. The second of which is going to be a 13.
First one hits, second one misses.
Alright, that's going to be a fat 3 force damage for that little snail.
Understood. It accepts its 3 force damage happily.
And then I'm going to have my Steel Defender go attack the snail.
Okay, it won't be able to get there because it
With
went
40?
It did like its full movement out, so it has to do its full movement back and then go get it. So because it's on the other side of the building, you know.
Trying to, yeah, no, it's me. And then, so I guess it'll take its turn to. Can I use my dash action to get there? Can I use its dash action?
Yeah.
And who is in melee with it? Is Goal in melee with it?
Yep.
All right, it's going to run and stand next to Goal. Not readying, but it has a reaction to impose disadvantage to another creature. If it attacks Goal, it will use its reaction, and there it will stay.
Perfect. All right. So that's Dr. Siegfried. Tiago, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up and how's it looking? I mean, it was all crusty, right? It doesn't.
Yeah,
look
it's not
necessarily
looking
like
good at all.
dead.
It's not dead. I mean, it's like squirming around. You know, it looks uncomfortable.
I'm gonna go ahead and like just get within shelter of the the flashing light or whatever, and I'm just gonna try to like keep an eye out to make sure nothing else, even though I'm like partially blind, to make sure nothing else is coming to attack us and to see if this thing's moving towards us. Because I kind of want Goal to kill this thing, and I want like I don't want to steal his kill or anything like that, and I just want to make sure we're all square in every other direction, basically.
All right, roll a perception check with disadvantage because of your blindness.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of like against the wall, like blinking and shaking. You said with disadvantage?
Mhm.
That's too bad. Okay. You said perception?
Yep.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh,
with
very nice.
disadvantage.
So,
Yeah.
looking over toward this creature that keeps blinding you, this gargantuan being, you see it slowly lowering itself. And then it could be a trick of the eye because of like this weird, blindness you have going on, but you could swear that you see 2 stars descend down into the same crater with it. These burning balls of light. That's
Does it leave our line of sight? Like it disappears entirely? into the
No,
crater?
it's like lowering itself. I mean, it's a very large creature,
Gotcha.
so it's like slowly lowering
Yeah.
itself, but it will eventually be out of your line of sight.
Hmm.
So that was Tiago. So it is now my snail's turn. It will quiver and cower. Father T.
I will once again call down a radiant bolt from the sun.
Okay, very nice.
Dex save.
Oh, it can't move. It just takes it.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
13 points of radiant damage.
Very nice. That's Father T. Goal, your turn.
I'm going to
Before he attacks it, I'm gonna help him. Goal, kill that thing. I'm gonna cast aid as my bonus action, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna feel that kind of power hungry feeling that you suggested when I stabbed it, and I'm gonna kind of tilt the blade up before I pull it out, and I'm gonna pull it out, and then I'm just gonna slash across for my first attack.
Mhm.
19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Still critical on the hit.
Yep.
18 points of damage on that.
How would you like to do this, sir?
I'm gonna say with my slash that I'm gonna go deeper on the blade with it, and I'm gonna cut the snail in half since it's kind of together. I'm just gonna cut it in half, so half of it's gonna be still in the shell, and the other half is just gonna kind of, or maybe the shell will just kind of roll off of the existing body, and it'll just kind of dry up like I poured salt on it, kind of.
Perfect. You slice it in half.
We may have a chance out of here. This thing's retreating, looks like. Something else is with it, though. Maybe stars, or I don't know.
I'm gonna be kind of honed in on my sword and admiring the way it looks and the way it made me feel when I did that. And I'll eventually turn and look and see what's going on with the creature.
Yeah, do we see those star things again?
The things that descended down? No, you don't see them. It looks like they descended into the crater beyond your vision.
Something fell in there.
How far away is that thing?
Like a mile.
It's shining that light from a mile away?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's gargantuan. I mean, it's like the biggest thing you've ever seen.
Oh. I don't think I can throw a throwing star a mile.
No, I don't think so either.
That'd be really fucking cool, though. Just kind of toss it.
Less gravity.
Yeah, sure.
Patrick Mahomes could do it on the moon.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but he
Not
plays
about-
for the Chiefs. That's so lame, you know?
A really good sniper could hit the shot from here. 1 mile.
Yeah. Well, with
What's our plan?
that little gravity,
How are we going to close this portal, or are we going to get the heck out of here before we die?
I was reading my magical items. What did the big guy do? Is he still there?
He descended down into the crater.
He went back
beyond
in the
your
crater.
vision.
And I'm gonna go over to Father T. I'm gonna start shaking up Vial, and I'm gonna like look at him and kind of like baby him. I'm gonna like, should I like, the helicopter coming in? I'm gonna like, yeah, and I'm gonna force him to drink this liquid, which will almost instantaneously purge his system of the parasites, but only out of the orifices in his head.
Oh, great.
Yep. So
Nice.
nose,
Say vomit.
out the eyes. Oh yeah.
Tear ducts, yeah, great.
Just this yellow liquid full of these red thingies.
I imagine their tiny little screams as they crawl out.
Oh,
Man, and then
Jesus.
scurry away along the surface of the moon.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
No, you did great. um, well, there's no use in going in quiet now. It knows that we are here, so that we have lost the advantage of surprise. But it seems to have
You are
descended.
actually suggesting going in there and trying to kill it.
We have to close the portal somehow. My bet is that is where it remains. The dagger.
I just
How did it treat you, Tiogo?
Admittedly, really well. So, I don't know yet. Like, find a place for it on my belt. Amongst the other blades.
Okay.
I would like to point out once again that I do not know how to close a portal specifically, but I would be able to potentially meld the stone around the entryway we came in to reform into a solid wall. I don't know if that is the solution. It seems safer than attacking that beast.
Of course, I do not wish to go and conquer this beast. I just assume that the portal is located by him, and thus we may need to get closer.
Is the entryway we came in not the portal?
No, I don't think that is, close up. I mean, this is, space. We have opened some sort of, we have discovered some sort of rift. I don't think it is going to be easily shut.
I don't think a stone wall is going to keep any of these creatures out. But I don't know what the answer is to closing the portal.
I agree. Although we have to be ready in case that thing strikes again. Father, it looked as though you had a spell that almost seemed to nullify his effects. Perhaps we can use that in the future.
Yes, I could cast that up to. It's got 4 more charges on it, but each of them will only last a minute at most.
I'm gonna sort of like kind of look down at my weirdly like veiny black arm that's still just kind of like sizzling a little bit. It seems I have been afflicted with something strange. I
Definitely new. Is it painful?
Yeah, do you feel alright?
when I raise my arms to possibly channel the attack, I get nauseous, and something is deeply wrong. And then a couple of bolts made of this black energy shoot out, and I don't know. Ever since Ileana took the gun, I have nothing to fight with. So I guess it's sort of instinctual.
Would you like me to try and purge this energy from your system?
Perhaps at a later date. I have a running theory as to what could possibly be causing it, but I'm afraid I am not for certain. However, it does not seem to detriment my decision making, and I will be there if you are afflicted in any way that I could help, and I'm gonna go around. Is anyone down any hit points? I believe Goal was up, and I'm just gonna come
Yeah.
over and can I try to medicine check his like poison and bite marks?
Yeah, roll a d4 plus medicine.
A D4 plus medicine. Shit. I am dropping everything today. Why?
Hogan.
1, but my medicine is 3, so it's a 4. 4 hit points.
4 HP back to you, Goal.
Okay.
In the direction of the center point where that creature went into the crater, does it look like there'd be any cover? Are there buildings we could like go into and disappear in and like hide from this creature? Or is it just like an open, like, you know what I mean, area for us to be blasted?
Like within the crater that it's actually in, or just around the area?
Whatever I can see.
Yeah, you can't really see within the crater, but there are
Mhm.
tons of buildings all around where you are. I mean, there's this big spiral of, structures.
If I put my thermal goggles on and look that direction, can I see the heat from these stars or like anything that's happening? Is there like fighting going on in the pit? Are these
Uh,
things allied?
Seeing with your thermal goggles, you see two bright things moving in your direction quite quickly.
We have incoming. Something's headed this way. I'm gonna hide. Like, fuck this, I'm hiding.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Yeah, I don't know if you hide now.
What?
I would
What,
also
what,
like to hide.
what are you talking about? And when in doubt, I'm gonna hit the deck.
Yeah, 15.
All right, everybody roll stealth checks.
8.
Natural 20.
Also an 8 and a 16 for my Steel Defender.
10. And question: has it been a minute? Is my beacon of hope up, or is that still?
I think it's probably been a minute. All right. As you all do your best to hide, you see these two burning brilliant lights appear about 30 seconds later. Still pretty far off, but definitely beelining toward your position. You guys
I
just
don't
try and
think we
stay
can
hidden.
outrun them. If we leave now, they'll see us.
Eh.
Maybe. I don't know.
What is it?
I just look at Father T. Like, I have no idea. Like, stars, angels.
I have a guess, but I don't know how correct I am. You could possibly be a void dragon of some sort, but I've never actually seen one in person, so I couldn't say for sure.
We have to move.
Is there any way to move like in cover?
Maybe you just try and move stealthily.
Quickly and quietly, back towards the portal. Is that what we're doing?
Wait, we are heading back?
Or are we heading up towards the? I say we just wait. Let's just wait.
Let's just wait.
Let's see what. Yeah, let's see what their intentions are. Just wait.
All right. They blast by you guys, rapping and looking and moving around, clearly searching the area for you. Then they both stop, and for the first time, you can see the outline of them. They look a little something like this.
Oh, they're really friendly. Oh my god.
Was that
And
Alec?
the two of them standing back to back, sort of scanning the area. One calls out in Celestial, "Who comes and why?"
Can someone translate?
I'm sorry, I don't understand what they're saying.
Shit, me either.
None of you speak Celestial? All right. A few seconds later, the other one says in common, "Where are you?"
understood that one. Did everyone else understand that one?
Yes, we should not tell him where we are.
Agreed.
Shh.
We
I was gonna like
mean
hunker
you
down.
no harm. Please. Perhaps you could help.
Inside check.
Roll an insight check.
We mean you know harm. Okay, buddy.
That's what they
That
all
dude's
say.
face was like a skull. Yeah.
9. Not that good.
Hard to say. You have not dealt with a lot of creatures like this.
I am going to remain hidden, but I'm going to suggest that perhaps some of you can go be diplomatic, and perhaps some of us can stay behind in case things go wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you.
No, you.
I'll stay here.
which point-
Preparing for a fight, I'm going to use my spell refueling ring, which is one of my artificer infusions. Get my spent second level spell slot back.
Okay. The two of them begin growing in size, doubling and tripling, quadrupling, becoming humongous, and then once again shouting, "Please, please! Quickly! Before it sees! Come!"
It seems to be trying to evade the glance of the thing we saw. Somebody.
Well, then we seem to be allies.
You're the best fit, Doctor.
Why me? Shit, fuck.
I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
I'm gonna still be holding my sword, but not in an aggressive manner. I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
I'm
They
here.
will float toward you. Thank you. Why have you come?
It wasn't on purpose. We stepped through a portal that was found, and this is where we landed.
The spiral opens. It will release soon. It must be stopped.
What must be done to stop it?
You must go to the center. Stop the spiral.
How do we stop it?
You are Moonwalker, yes?
Kind of look down. So I'm told.
The great old one stashed here is a temporary fix. Their twisting energies form the spiral. The moon must be destroyed.
The moon.
I stand up. Wait just a second. Are you suggesting we destroy the moon?
You must, for the spiral is already underway.
I stand up too.
Only the Moonwalker can do what must be done. The fix is ending, the spire's insufficient. They will come. The Void Dragon will come.
Look, these old ones sound pretty scary, but the damage that will be done to the Earth without a moon, I mean, good. That's the tides. Think of the tides. I think destroying a moon is a lot it's a lot bigger a deal than we think. Perhaps we could weigh our options.
There are still two
Exactly.
moons. Plenty of moons for your planet.
Yeah,
But there's
well,
been enough environmental destruction already.
well,
You are fools.
there are
Must
three
listen.
for a reason.
We can do what must be done to prevent further damage to your plane, but we cannot do the destruction ourselves. That is for the Moonwalker.
What can I do to destroy something so big?
Go to the spiral. You will see the end of the spiral is a grand whirlpool. You must enter it, Moonwalker. You and only you.
I'm gonna look around at everyone.
See, Gold, it is what I was telling you earlier. You're the Moon Walker.
Seeing that, my friend.
So you
Either
say,
Yeah.
so you say, Star Spirits, that that this houses the old ones, and that is what is causing the spiraling.
Yes.
If we destroy the moon, where do the old ones go?
It will finish them off once and for all. They have been gated away, kept from your plane for a long time, to the work of ourselves and many other great heroes. But now they can finally be destroyed by the Moonwalker.
Well,
I'm willing to try, if that is what we all agree is to be done.
if we could possibly forever seal away these old ones.
What is that? What is that? The two of them are looking around frantically. And then you begin to hear it. A dull whispering and hushed tones seems to come up from all around you. And you see, between the two of them, darkness coalescing. Instantly, they both dash out of the way, but not fast enough, as two sort of void claws reach out, crushing them both. And then forming into a creature that looks like this.
Oh man.
The light blinks out on the two that you were speaking to, and you hear this cold, distant voice. So, you defeated the first herald. Well, the second will bring the void. Our plans are almost complete. I just need to kill you, Moonwalker. And he takes like an abrupt step towards you, and in doing so, you start to see these patterns growing in the air around him as if he's doing some sort of complex math or something.
In a move not often characteristic of me, I'm going to jump out in front of Goal and like try to like push him behind me.
Right?
And then I'm going to extend my shield that I forgot I had. It like just like forms around my arm, and I'm like, oh, hold it up.
The whispering becomes louder around you as it steps another step toward you all.
I am going to also start chanting as I slam my staff open, and I will cast Death Ward upon Goal.
Okay.
Which means if he is reduced to 0 hit points, he gets up with 1 hit point.
All right.
How big is this void being?
It's a bit larger than like a person, but not that big. As it steps forward, it seems like its cloak is like blown in a wind, but there's obviously no wind here on the moon. Very strange.
I want to maneuver in such a way. I haven't come out of being hidden, like I haven't really revealed myself. I'd like to maneuver in such a way that I can ambush this thing if we need to.
Okay.
Yeah, the rest of us blew our stealth very fast.
I want to assume that what he's doing is hostile, but does it look hostile? Like he's preparing something to you know, he just said he wanted to, all he has to do is kill me, and now he's doing this thing. So
He's probably gonna kill you.
yeah.
You think he's gonna try and kill you?
Okay.
I hate when that happens.
I'm definitely moving to with intent to like pounce at
Let's
some point.
see the key, Moonwalker. Show it to me. I want to feel its energy. Reveal your blade.
I'm gonna say I had it low, and I'm gonna kind of slide it back.
Oh man,
I have
I
it.
will take it from your corpse.
I have it right here. I'm gonna reach down, and I'm gonna grab 2 stars with one hand, and I'm gonna throw them right at him.
In my stealth,
Yeah.
on top of that, I'd like to change bows. Like, I assume that I'm behind like this building, and they're like all interacting. I pull out the oath bow, and I whisper to it. I say, "I swear by the gods, this is my enemy."
All right. Go ahead and roll
Nice.
for those 2 shurikens.
27 to hit with the first one,
That
and
hits.
22 to hit with the second one,
That hits as well.
and check something here real quick. Bear with me.
Finally, I got Bloodborne music to work.
Okay. I'm going to use a key point for Death Strike. It doesn't look like it takes anything extra. And I am going to use my Patient Defense again with another key point, which allows the dodge action as my bonus action. So that's 20 points of damage with the 2 stars.
Very nice. Okay, yeah. With that, I would like you all to roll initiative, please. And I'm gonna grab a beer.
To refill my water. I'll be right back as well.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I've used the picture of this guy for an NPC in one of my games. However, I have not looked at the stats, so I'm glad I did not use those stats. I think with me and Father as your like support, I think you're golden. I don't think there's a chance. At least you're dying. I'm pretty sure.
So I'm going to say after I throw
Yeah,
those
fine.
stars, I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder and kind of pat you, kind of like in reassurance. Maybe in thanks at the same time.
You are fully protected from death the first time it might affect you. So if something would instantly kill you, it negates that effect, and if you get reduced to 0 hit points, you up to 1.
Do I still have the other spell that you put on it? That's gone? Okay.
Okay. Anybody above 20?
No.
Above 15?
I rolled 15.
Okay. Above 10?
10.
12.
Okay. Who's next?
We rolling saves or
Nope. Just initiative.
17?
I got a 7.
You said 17, Tiago?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so it is my turn first. And immediately, it like looks down at these 2 shurikens, and you see, as they bury themselves into him, they disintegrate. destroyed. It will move forward and I think that it is going to just like reach out one of its claws towards you, Goal, and you begin hearing this like muttering in your head. And the muttering seems to like grow in strength. And then everyone in a cone around him, which I think is everyone but the people flanking, which I assume is going to be Aiken and Tiago. So the three of you who are still there, I need you to make DC 17 wisdom saving throws.
Not wisdom.
Correct.
Oh.
This is coming from me or from him?
From him. He's like
Okay,
singing
so-
almost.
Trying to
So-
look for a reason I would add anything, but I think I'm fucked.
So this is an area effect.
Yes.
I got a 14.
You said wit?
17
wisdom saving throw?
exactly.
Yes.
Sorry. 14.
Okay, so those of you who failed take 27 points of psychic damage as you just feel your brain splitting at this horrific sounds that are like bouncing around in your head. It's like as if the melody is just in sync with this buzzing that's expanding inside of your skull. If you succeed, you take half damage. So
How much
14.
was that?
27.
27. I'm gonna take the full
And-
27.
If I was exactly at the DC, it's
You succeed.
a success.
Yep. All right, so that is the Herald of the Void. Tiago, your turn.
I'm gonna sneak up behind this guy and just.
Yeah, roll a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
What are the odds this guy's got legendary
natural
actions?
20. Natural 20 on the stealth check.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you're right up on him.
Okay. With the rapier, it's gonna be 20 math 22.
That's
Oh, no, my rapier. Okay. So. And I'm gonna use my sneak attack, of course. 'Cause no. That'll do 17 points of damage with the rapier, and then I will use my offhand. And I'll use one of those sneak attack trigger things for that as well, because
very nice.
seems like an important fight. So.
To be fair, if you don't hit, it doesn't burn it, so you're still good.
Okay, cool. So that'll be dirty 20. to
That will
with-
hit.
with Dark Dagger. All right, sweet. Okay, so we said there's a D4 plus 2, right? So
Yep.
So that'll be 15 points with the dagger. It's kind of like with both of those.
Very nice. Feeling like you've done quite a bit of damage there. Stabbing into it with your rapier dissolves up to the hilt, completely destroyed.
Oh,
The dagger
no.
is undamaged.
Damn. That was stupid.
Shit.
You did
Sorry.
just see his
Yeah,
things
I know.
disappear.
I just, you know.
But yeah, your dagger at least is magic. Your rapier's not magical, is it? It's just
No, just silvered.
yeah, no, so
yeah.
it's just gone.
Damn.
Okay, so that was Tiago goal.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. It's gonna use its first legendary action to just void claw you.
Oh,
Rip
it does
out,
have legendary actions. Fuck.
Okay.
Let's see what void claw is plus to hit is. +9. Not bad. God, I've got way too. All right, well, this book's going away. We're getting rid of this book.
Get him out of there.
Is it Void
16
Claw
to hit.
goal or me?
You
Okay.
like spins around.
So, yeah, 16 just barely misses me. I'll duck it.
Unfortunate.
It's my rapier, like, I try to block with the rapier that's, like, now gone, and then just barely duck at it sometimes.
Nice. Yeah, you're like still holding the hilt of the rapier, like, what the fuck? All right, go, your turn.
I'm going to drink my potion of invisibility.
Okay, that's a bonus action for you, and you are now invisible.
Okay. If that's my bonus action, I'm going to swipe with my sword
Okay,
I'm
you will
gonna
no longer be invisible after swiping, though you do have advantage on the strike when invisible.
Oh,
Yeah, unfortunately, just normal invisibility not the best combat tool. But if you'd like to, you don't have to drink the potion.
yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, if it's greater invisibility, you're good. But with just the lesser version, you just pop right
Yeah,
out whenever you attack.
Gotcha. Okay, well then I'm just gonna swipe with my sword. I'm
Mhm.
try to keep my distance and kind of lunge in and stick him. But I'm
Okay.
gonna try to use stunning strike at the same time if I hit him. Natural 20
With the sword.
And
with the sword strike.
Okay, you see that he like looks to the sword and like almost steps into it, like excited to be hit by it.
Yeah, I was kind of
oh no.
that.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I think I might be mixing classes here, but is it just regular damage on a natural 20? That's just a hit, right?
You get double the dice.
It is double dice. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's 21 points of damage. And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm not sure what against.
Is this for being stunned?
Stunning strike, yeah.
This creature cannot be stunned.
Okay. Okay, so do I use a key point on the attempt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like you feel the energy, like you like move your energy through it into the, and then it just has no effect on this creature. It's not like corporeal enough to be stunned. Do you think?
So with this first kind of jab, and a pretty good one at that, does he look like I just tickled him, or is there any pain associated with that?
Roll an insight check. I mean, there's not a lot of like physicality to him.
Insight is 13.
Okay. I mean, it certainly looked like it damaged him at very least. You don't think that it was like half his health, but it also wasn't like 1% of his health.
Right. Man.
Let's put it this way: he still looks fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm just going to do that again, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to do Flurry of Blows.
Okay, go ahead and roll for those attacks.
For the Sword Strike, 25.
Okay. Wait, isn't Flurry of Blows just 2 melee attacks? Or like
It's
punchy
2 on
punch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a bonus action.
Mhm.
So this is my second attack with my
Or second sword attack, I see.
Yeah. So that's 11 points of damage.
Misses. Or I'm sorry. Did it hit? What did you roll?
25 to hit.
25 to hit. Okay, 11 points of damage.
And then do I need to roll on both of the flurries? I forgot. Just attack.
Yeah. Yeah, roll for both attacks separately.
They're both shit. Let's see here. The first one's a miss. The second one is, let's see, so 15.
Also misses.
Okay.
He's like just dodging around like no problem.
And I'm like, let me see my key points.
And he like takes like a dodge back and then steps inside your guard and just claws up with a void claw, like up through your chin and mouth area. 18? Does an 18 hit you?
That's my armor class.
Damn. All right. Unfortunate. Not getting very lucky on his void claws so far. That was goal. Father T, your turn.
Yes. I have no idea what type of creature this is, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And I will use my channel divinity. Does it seem undead? Just looking at it, does it seem undead?
You don't think so. You think it's probably more
Okay.
like fiendish.
Okay, because... Alright, because I have Arcane Abjuration and Turn Undead, which both do the same thing but to different types of creatures. So if it's not undead, then I will use Arcane Abjuration,
Okay.
which means it will have to make a Wisdom, I suppose, saving throw. Let me just make sure that's true.
$15 is the save. If it's wisdom.
I believe it is Wisdom. Sorry. Yes, it is Wisdom, and my DC is 15, so it has no effect.
Lovely.
Then I will use my movement to get out from this little clump of 3 we're in, because I cannot take much more of this damage. And I will bonus action second level healing word on Dr. Siegfried.
Okay. As you do so, it is going to use its final legendary action of the round to try another Void Claw onto goal. Frustrated that first one didn't quite land. This one, he just like reaches into you with this, disintegrating body that he has. That's a D12. Oh, and that's a natural 20. Finally fucking landed one.
8 for Siegfried.
Thank you much.
Okay. Rolling some dice. Ooh.
Oh, damn it.
Whew. That's 42 points of damage. 8 of that is cold damage.
I had 24 hit points left.
Yeah, he just fucking tears through you.
You're down to 1, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Death Ward.
So as he swipes at Goal, there's a second where Goal falls to the ground, bleeding out, as this creature claws into him. But just as it happens, time slows down and just suddenly stops, and you all see as the claw just sort of retracts, and this damage that's been done sort of knits itself back together, and Gold stands back up as this protective enchantment was put on him.
Yeah, I will say there's still just a massive amount of your armor, I guess you don't wear armor, but your whatever you wear for clothes is just destroyed when he touches it. But yeah, very lucky to have that Death Ward. That feels good. Whew, that natural 20, man. And I rolled well on the dice too. That was a beefy hit. All right, that is its final legendary action turn, at least. And we get down to Dr. Siegfried. I only wrote the first half of your name, just wrote Dr. Sig.
Siggy. I'm going to look back after being healed by a father, and I'm going to ask him if he wants healing in return.
Perhaps it would be better for you to heal Goal, and I motion to him.
The 1 health goal.
That's what I feared. I'm going to run up and go behind Goal, as I was originally in front of him. This whole thing started. Now, I'm going to run up behind him, and I am going to cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
So 2d8 plus 5. Fuck. 1 for the first die. 2 for the second die. So that's 3 plus 5. You get 8 hit points back on a 2nd goddamn level spell slot.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
All right, only got a couple of those to spare,
That's
so
8 times bad.
not even the double digits can we get you back. With that, I was gonna cast a spell and shit this round, but no, it's fine. Bonus action, or I'm going to use the rest of my movement to then I walk up. I'll heal Goal a little bit, but I'm going to dip back immediately. I'm going to run the other direction. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around other people. I want to be by myself. If I'm getting attacked, I'm over there by myself.
You see his last lack of reaction is very upsetting to him as he just watches you walk off. You see him staring into your soul. His void, lifeless eyes.
I'm just going to keep walking and go, no, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me.
Nice. All right.
And then with that, I'll tell my Steel Defender to charge in, and he's going to get right up next to Goal, and he's going to use his attack.
Okay.
That is going to be a lot. 15 plus 7, 20.
3, 2.
3, thank you. Something like that.
22.
Does that hit?
It does.
Sweet.
21 damage.
All right, that is going to be 5 damage. However, it is force damage. So how does that land compared to everything else?
The same. As your Hellcat claws out, you see about half its arm just
That's a
disintegrates
possibility.
as it hits.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was gonna happen.
But did do some damage, so maybe worth.
All right.
You
Cool.
see, like the cat like tries to put its leg down, like looks at it, like does not compute.
And I am in panic. Even in my panic, pure emotional state, I will say, Prototype 7734-CAT!
Nice. Very good. So it's Dr. Siegfried's turn. Aiken, that brings you up.
Behind this cover, I'm going to change my arrows to the lightning arrows.
Mm.
And then Proteus is going to get ready to attack, and I'm like going to just shake my head no at him and keep him at my side. And then I'm just going to shoot off some arrows.
All right.
Let's see how this works. And your next attack. Okay. So we decided for like the stealth attack, the advantage only applies to the first of the two, right?
Correct.
Okay. Natural 20 on the first one.
Oh, very nice.
And then for the second one. Yo! Natural 20 again.
Oh my
Are
god.
you using a digital roller?
Yes,
Like a
I'm
computer?
using the Google one.
Nice. That's what I was using for my.
Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Critical.
Yo.
$5,000 damage.
Hold on. And then I have the compound feature, which lets me add a d6 for every crit, and then it stacks.
All right. Well, as you do some math.
I just got it. 64 damage from 2 arrows.
Ouch. Okay.
I think.
That's unpleasant. That's extremely unpleasant.
2 back-to-back headshots.
Yeah, literally. And the lightning arrows go like straight through it since they are magical, so it actually you do see the damage inflict, and the arrows don't disintegrate totally, which is great. It is now the Herald of the Void's turn, and it is going to. Yeah, it's going to use zero dimensional to just disappear as if folding into the space around it, and then just appear in front of you, Aiken. And immediately is going to open up with a Void Claw, Void Ray combination. The first one, you kind of claws out, and then you see from this like one sparkling, almost like star-like thing, his eye, a ray shoots into you. Claw attack is a 22 to hits. Ray attack is more than that.
They both go off.
Okay. The void. Let's do the Void Ray first. 21 points of damage from the Void Ray.
Okay.
And then 19 damage from the claw.
We're still there. We're still hanging in there.
Good to hear. Tiago, your turn.
How far away is he now? Can I get to him? Is he within 30 feet?
Yeah, I imagine that Aiken wasn't too far away from here.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go over there and I'm just gonna use this dagger because I don't want to melt any of my other weapons at this point.
Fairly reasonable.
Yeah, I'll use my sneak attack on him as well with that as well. The last one, if I hit, it is.
Well, you automatically get one sneak attack.
Okay, yeah. So I'm only using, so it
No,
won't
no.
use that charge then. Okay, perfect, sweet. I'm totally that guy that doesn't know how to play his character somehow. That's it.
It's all good.
It's gonna be a meek. Okay, so let's see. Sorry. With sneak attack, it's gonna be 22 points of damage on him with this dagger.
Did you roll to hit?
Yes, it was like 24 to hit.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
And you said how much damage?
22.
Got it.
And I'll use my bonus action to cast help to goal, or like aid, I guess it's called. And
Okay.
just basically, when I find the creature's core, say like, goal, strike with me, find his core here, and just like stick him when I can make up whatever corporeal section is mostly him.
All
I
right.
give goal advantage if he does choose to strike.
He is going to use his first legendary action to Void Claw, and he's going to again Void Claw Aiken as he's pissed.
Uh,
How to get another
my
legendary?
my Steel Defender can cause disadvantage on an attack roll of one creature within 5 feet of it if the attack does not target the defender. Could I give him disadvantage on this roll?
No, since it is not within 5 feet of your defender any longer.
Oh shit, he teleported.
Yeah, you move.
And that is going to be a 27 to hit, which I presume does.
Yes. Yeah.
I keep forgetting how to roll these dice. Okay. All right, that's 20 plus 4, 24 total, 4 of that being cold.
24 total.
Mm-hmm.
Looking pretty rough right now.
Okay. So that was Tiago's turn. Goal, you're up.
So I'm just going to go for broke here, and I'm going to do a sword attack and a let's see here. I'm just going to do a kind of a extended swipe, and then I'm going to follow it up with a kick.
Okay.
And with this combination, I'm also using my what's it called? Agile parry, which gives me a bonus to AC.
Okay.
So basically, I'm attacking with my sword, kicking, and then I'm using my sword kind of as a shield to help parry. So for the sword attack,
And you've got advantage on that
okay.
because I cast 8 or whatever.
I rolled a 19 and then a natural 20.
Nice.
Yes, it helped.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not gonna help, but then I rolled a natural.
Yeah.
That's
It helped massively.
Take it. Yeah, we'll take it.
Okay, and I'm gonna say I'm using 2 hands on the sword at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 18 points of damage for the sword.
Okay.
And then for my kick, I rolled a 10 to hit.
Okay, that does not hit.
I'm just gonna say that doesn't even hit him at all.
Definitely not. Yes.
It's like an air ball. I just whiff with my kick.
Yeah.
It looked pretty though.
Absolutely. Father T, your turn.
All right, I will go over and I will cast a third, second level Cure Wounds on goal.
Okay.
Quit. 10 points, hit points back to you. Then Aiken, is he within? How close am I to Aiken?
If you're right next to goal, you are right next to Aiken.
Right next to him. Okay, then I will healing word Aiken at first level. 6 points of healing.
Nice.
That will be my turn.
All right, it will use its second legendary action of the round to Void Claw you. 16 to hit you, Father T?
Oh yes, that would definitely hit.
Great. That's going to be 19 cold, or no, sorry, 19 force and 6 cold damage.
I am down.
Okay, just takes you down with a single swipe. Not bad. So that's Father T's turn. Dr. Siegfried.
I have what I want to do. And if it doesn't work out, it's going to be lame, and I didn't heal. Alright, look, I ain't getting this game. I healed already enough, okay? I deserve a break for one round. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'll go back to healing. We'll see how it goes. I am going to look through my alchemical compendium and call upon a recipe that it gave me there. And it's like sort of, I made like a pill for it, and I'm going to be in the back, and I'm going to have a little slingshot, and when Goal lets out a battle cry, I'm going to let go, and I'm going to make him swallow this pill, and his veins are going to start pumping this like green stuff through it, and then all of a sudden you start getting real angry, your muscles start bulging, and I'm going to cast Enlarge upon you and increase your size.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
With that, you will have an extra D4 on your to damage rolls, an extra D4 with your big weapons, and you have like advantage on strength and stuff if that is ever necessary. However, I'm just gonna make him big. Hey, here's the thing. Can I forego all of that? Because that was not what I wanted to do with my turn. I just remembered. I completely just did not do what I wanted to do at all.
I was thinking, based on what you said.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. That was the thing. I looked down, I saw the words enlarge, reduce, and went, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I am actually
Because
going
you're
to.
a good guy.
Because I'm a great guy. What can I say? I'm going to target the Void Man himself with a spell from the Alchemical Compendium, expending 3 of the charges to cast Polymorph upon him. I'd like him to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, sir. Boy, it's really bad. It's like a 6.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, let's go. All right. Crazy Void dude throwing out fucking shadow Void claws, and I am going to just like and I'm going to blow dart this thing into his neck that is going to somehow find purchase. It's going to dissolve into his void form. Little did he know, he's just helping me spread the poison about. He's going to cough up a little bit of and he's like, is that salt water? And then he's going to, and I'm going to polymorph him into an octopus.
However, he will choose to succeed.
No!
Going back to his original form.
You can't do this to me!
I can indeed, and I just did, in fact. And then that just pisses him off a little bit, so he is going to go ahead and use his third and final legendary action to Void Claw onto Aiken.
Oh, okay. Wait, did you mean Aiken or did you mean me?
Yeah, on Aiken. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're far away.
finish
He can't
Aiken
Void
off.
Claw you.
Fair.
It's actually probably going to miss you with 10 to hit you, Aiken.
Yeah.
I am also as well going to have my Steel Defender run up to him. Can he get into melee with him and Aiken within 40 feet?
Yeah.
And then, however, I'm not going to have him attack. I'm going to have him... he like sort of unfolds this third arm that you guys didn't really see. It's kind of tucked into the robot itself, and he's gonna just start welding himself up as he's gonna give himself some hit points.
Nice.
So he's gonna get 2d8 plus 3, 5, 10, 13. He is back to full.
All right, Aiken, it's you.
I look to Proteus and I give him the nod of approval, and with his magical sword, he's gonna attack this terrible thing.
He's got a magic sword. That's it.
Wait, Proteus has a magic sword?
The sword itself is magic, and I also have the thing where it like counts every weapon he uses as magic.
Ah, there you go. Well, in that case, it is a magical
It's
blade.
bullshit.
He's got a better
silly.
sword than Tiago.
That's right. Good
20 to-
sword. I don't have a sword.
What was the roll?
20, not natural.
It hits.
Nice. Yeah. The dog does. Oh my god! It does 2 damage. I rolled ones on both of the dice.
Fair.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna do. Okay, let me ask you this. I'm gonna do Know Thy Enemy on this bro, but do the legendary actions count as 1 turn because I get a +1 bonus to the roll for every turn I observe?
No, I wouldn't say that that's a turn of his. Just,
Okay. I thought I'd ask just to see if I could, rather than getting a +2 bonus, get like, +8.
No,
So,
yeah.
anyways. Oh my god. Natural one on there.
Okay,
inside.
unfortunately, not good enough.
Okay, so now I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah, there you go.
I also have CQB fighting, so this shouldn't be an issue.
Oh, right.
Range.
Just hit it like close range.
Yes. For the first one. The total is over 20.
Hits.
Okay. And for the second one, the total is 15.
Misses.
Nice. Okay. I'll roll the damage. And then, oh, okay. Oh, I should specify. I want to use a lightning arrows. I have 4 left, so now
Okay.
2.
Sounds good.
Even without the second attack, it's 26 damage.
Very nice. Not bad at all. That was Aiken's turn, so we are back to the Herald of the Void. And he is going to use 2 Void Rays. One is going to be on Dr. Siegfried.
Yo, we're about to get TPK'd.
That's a
Ass.
natural 20 on you.
God damn
We're
it.
getting TPK'd.
Oh! Has he moved yet since last turn?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna have my Steel Defender reaction give him disadvantage on that attack roll.
Fair enough.
Just at least not a natural 20. That's all I'm hoping for.
It's definitely not a natural 20. It's going to be an 11.
Sweet. Oh hell yeah. No, I'm gonna shield up. I'm just gonna full on tank it like nothing.
Void Ray. Okay, and then second thing is going to Void Claw, and it'll do it to goal. Wow, I think I'm gonna miss that too. 15 misses, right?
Correct.
Yes, unfortunately, not gonna land. Not his best moment. Tiago,
I'm gonna try to stick him with the dagger again.
good luck.
23,
Yep.
and I'll use that there sneak attack. So the dagger itself will do 9 damage plus. It's gonna do 25 points of damage.
How would you like to do this, sir?
I think as we're all just ducking and kind of bobbing and weaving, striking it and stuff, and it's thrashing out, I'll just kind of wait a few moments, like finding that spot, and then I'm just gonna like lunge forward and just stick it like in the neck, basically, like straight in the neck. Something like
Okay. As you stab out, you see like the void like begins disintegrating, and you hear this slow whisper building from something. The 2 heralds are dead. The time has come. With that, he is gone. But you're still not out of the woods, as Father T is unconscious. Goal, what would you like to do?
I will go tend to Father T.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
18.
18. All right, you are able to stabilize him. Dr. Siegfried, are you going to cast some magic to revive him? Or wake him up, I should say.
I mean, can I try to bandage him up? Will that get him
Sure.
up?
Yeah, roll a medicine check. Well, 1d4 plus medicine, I should say.
All right, that's gonna be +3 to whatever this is. 3, so 6 hit points.
Okay. Father T, you were up with 6 health. You were all gathered together, each of you a little worse for wear. And still in this unknown landscape with some gigantic creature shooting, fucking paralyzation beams at you.
Just memes.
And that is where we're going to have to pick up next time as we delve deeper into the spiral.